Hi, fellas. Today is Sunday, July 17th, 2011, and this is for our alignment. This is something I did a while back in 2007, but I think it's worth looking at again. Addresses some of the things you ought to know about defensive line play, so let's take a look. First of all, Central will get a proud tradition, a lot of things to be proud about, and if you look at the conference championships and state playoffs, the bar is set high, so we need to make it prepared, working hard, and we can do our part to perpetuate some of the things that would come in the past. And you'll hear me often say in this particular presentation about Z's and the knees, the idea that your knees need to be bent. And great things happen when your knees are bent and when you're in an athletic posture. And here you see one of the greatest moments in military history, the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima. Here you see, again, what we're emphasizing, and that is the Z's and the knees. So you'll hear that a lot. Make sure that you're in an athletic posture with everything you do. So we're going to illustrate some of the different aspects of defensive line play, look at the images, and try to paint a mental picture in your mind that includes some things that you need to be thinking about as a defensive lineman. Z's in the knees, grabbing cloth. You've got to grab the shirt of the offensive lineman. Got to get your eyes to the ball, hip square, a low pad level. Here's what a low pad level means, and this may be a term that is new to you, and it's like this. So if you're a defensive lineman and your pads are right here, these are your shoulder pads, you're at that level. And there's another offensive lineman coming at you, and his pad level is lower than yours. You're in a situation where you're compromised. You want a low pad level. When you lose the Z's in your knees and you stand up like this, and your pads are high, then you're really being compromised. So when we say low pad level, it means bending your knees and bringing your pads down closer to the earth. Hey, good stance, short first step, thumbs up, extension of the arms. All those things are necessary. So pre-snap, as a defensive lineman, what are you thinking about? Well, here you see a nice stance. This is kid Pat Clegg, outstanding player. Great stance. Here you see his knees are bent, his head is up, he's ready to step and strike. You got to be close to the ball. In most every situation that we're going to ask you to be uptight and close to the football, ready to step and press and grab the cloth of the lineman you're assigned to. Here again you see our defensive line. Everyone in good stances, knees bent, neck is bowed. Want to have a short step and fast hands and find the football as fast as you can. Real nice looking stance right here. Ready to step, press, and grab, again with the Z's and the knees. Again, illustrated here also. Nicely done. Again, eyes are focused. As an interior lineman, you're looking at the football out of the corner of your eye, and when the ball moves, then you make your first step. Here's a good pre-snap position from some of the players around the country. Head up, spine ball with your peripheral vision, free hand, ready to strike. All these things are important. Again, here's a great Reggie White illustrating some of the same things that we had mentioned earlier. Head up and weight evenly distributed. You're waiting for the snap. You got to be ready to pounce. You got to be ready to extend your limbs and get to the football. Get close to the football. Be ready to step and grab. Once the ball is snapped, then you got to explode, and you got to take that stored energy and you got to release it. You got to get to the football, and it all comes back to pressing and grabbing. So if you're going to be a defensive lineman, you've got to be able to grab. You've got to have some grip strength. And the idea is to grab cloth. Here you see the cloth being grabbed in a tackle. But as you're a pressing defensive lineman, also have to be able to grab cloth. Keep your eye on those things. Low man will always win. Keep your pad level low. Don't get tall. Low man will win. And try to be the guy with the arms inside, not outside. Sumo wrestlers illustrate this, of course, all the time. Z's in the knees. Head is up. They're trying to get to the inside position. Low man will win in these situations. Here's a guy getting ready to get it done with a low pad level. He's tall, he's low, getting ready to engage, the low man's going to win. Always want to be the inside control, too. See, this lineman, whether he's an offensive or defensive lineman, he has position advantage because he's inside. The athlete with his arms to the outside is at a disadvantage. You want the arms inside when you step and press and grab cloth. Have a fast first step. It should be a short first step. Keep your pad level low as you reach out to grab cloth. You're shooting the arms, thumbs up, elbows in. Have inside control. And this guy is outside control. He's inside control. Again, we don't underhook like this, but you want to make certain you're inside control and not outside. Grab cloth. Here's a nice job. You know, whether you're on offense or defense, everybody's grabbing cloth. Don't be the defensive lineman that doesn't use his hands. Being a defensive lineman, you're legally allowed to grab cloth, and you can hang on to it as long as he's not trying to get away. So when you engage, grab cloth and engage. See, here's a situation in which, here's the offensive lineman, here's the defensive lineman. Here's the defensive lineman, he's in good position, he's inside control, he's inside. Now he's got to extend his arms and keep his hand position. This is the offensive lineman, he's lost the inside control. He's now going to try to reestablish himself and get back to the inside. Here's an Oregon lineman, his head is up, his butt is down. Again, Z's in the knees. He's ready to find his opponent to strike, ready to engage. See, this offensive lineman, I think this is the offensive lineman, he's too high. When you stand tall like this, even if you have big, long, strong arms, you lose it. When you get tall, he's low, he's extending, the defensive player will win. When we say to strike and extend, here's strike and extension. He's striking the bag, extending his arms, his head is up, his butt is down, knees are bent, he's in a position to play. Sometimes as a D lineman, you got to step and strike and separate, much like a sumo wrestler on some occasions. Once we strike, then we're going to separate. We're going to try to get around the offensive lineman in a pass scenario. Low man will always win. Given your druthers, you'd rather be the low man. He's tall on the right. He's low on the left. This guy now is in a position of advantage. Again, look at the Z's and the knees. Here you see the grabbing of the cloth. I mean, physically grabbing the shirt and squeezing it, and now you can steer that offensive lineman. You can move him where you need to once you have cloth. Extend the arms. Here you see this is versus Downers North. Here's an offensive lineman trying to get up to level 2, maybe trying to get our linebacker. And we need to, as defensive linemen, not to have our hands down here, but the hands should be a little bit more in this position. This lineman here is in a little better position in that he's getting ready to extend now. He's press and extend. Once he's grabbed the cloth, he's going to extend his arms, separate from the lineman, and then find a football. Press and grab. Whether it's martial arts or it's football, it doesn't matter. Here's good extension. Good extension. He's got a nice press, nice extension. His eyes look like they're inside, maybe in one of our inside techniques, the 2-eye, 4-eye, or 7 technique. Always have Z's in the knees. Look at this. Here's a great position. This is very athletic posture. Head is up, butt is down, grabbing cloth and getting it done right there. The position is seen in the power clean and the hang clean that we do in the weight room. Here's where you've got to play from. This is where you're athletic. And again, you see it illustrated here. Again here. Important to always be in that athletic, powerful position, which is right here. You wouldn't try to lift this weight, with yourself anything less than flexed and ready to go. Z's in the knees. This guy looks more like a linebacker. Got 2 short arms, can't play line. And this guy has high hips. Looks more like a defensive back. Here's a situation all 3 of these linemen have gotten too high. The pad level. This is the pad level. There's their pad level. They're all too high. In order to get that lower, you've got to bend your knees, and when you bend your knees, you can play. Low man will win. Low pad level, Z's in the knees. Again, emphasize yet again that athletic posture that you see in the weight room. And this big boy, he's got a low pad level for sure. Let's leave it at that. We'll come back and continue with tackling in a minute.